numbers on Rubik's Cube. Every time I do it, I just have to do it beautiful. I can't let this moment pass. Yeah, I know my time is now. Know my mama proud of me, and my grandma smiling down. Every time I turn it up, whole crowd be wildin' out. Matter of fact, let me see your hands. Look, I saw my shot and I took it. I couldn't do it different. Couldn't afford to stop and go. I had to stay consistent. Made up my mind that no matter what, I gotta win. That's why it's always me and never them. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Heart of a lion, my time, here I go. I am not moving in silence. If it ain't moving, moving. We making movies, moving, moving, moving. I get a chance and take it. We bout to build it. They leaving it vacant. I just go harder, harder. I am a ball that I gotta get it. I am so with it. I will go get it. That is the difference. I am not waiting. I am not faking. Everything out here, that's for the taking. My mind too right. My grind too tight. This head rhyme too nice. This my world, my life. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need. One shot, who me? Take that, ooh-wee. One shot, movie. That's all you need.
One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Start with an option going left. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. This defense for the Chiefs, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, Jackson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Looks like a 9. And it also brings up 4th. The Ravens send their punter out now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here, going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Gregory Rousseau in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. And I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. First down, right back to Hall. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A tremendous pursuit that time for the middle linebacker position. He had to cover a lot of ground to get in and make that play.
And so much of being a good tackler is understanding and taking the right angles to a ball carrier. And that was just tremendous straight line speed there. He eliminated the angles and was able to meet his man behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing is Jackson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action with Jackson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Chiefs are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Mahomes now to throw.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth.
Hunters real blue, strips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with you, I just got...
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Now Hall to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense for the Chiefs, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Jackson now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Pulled in at the 24. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup with some...
And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this a very, very short kick. it's set at the line for this next drive.
And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. Two division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because, to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, Lamar Jackson, for all the talents of escaping pressure that he possesses, he was helpless to do much of anything there. He had no chance.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have a Ravens first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
To throw again is Jackson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time.
Over the middle, complete. That's Pearson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds his man, complete. That's Pearson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 2 big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mahomes, and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
43! 43!
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
Well, it certainly took too long to set up play action. That gave the pass rush time to get home for his 1st sack of the game. For their sake, they may start to think about the quick game and leave play action alone for a little while.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football.
A nightmare of a 1st half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time
he's got a man complete,
and he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 14 yards that time and a 1st down on the keeper.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Dallas Goedert from 19 yards away.
And the Ravens are on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And leading 10-7, and they may just want to get this to the locker room.
Looking deep downfield. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Tyson Campbell.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. After the interception, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this 3rd quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the 2nd half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Butker on for the PAT. It's good to make it 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Ball again. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And some space here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 30-yard line. White, he'll try the left side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now Jackson will look to throw it. This is White on the screen. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send a message that says, hey, we're not going away.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they... He's got a man, complete! And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there for KC. 52 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On the counter, it's Taylor. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Ravens are going to take possession here. It's a touchback
And they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Past the 20. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Butker now to add the extra point. And the lead is up to 14.
Missed the score. Chiefs 24. Ravens 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Now this, a very short kick.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Now Jackson on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
We're in Baltimore, third quarter action, 2nd and 10.
Now it's Jackson. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll set up to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
4th down. Here's Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Jackson options out left, and this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Here's Jackson.
to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Chiefs are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there for KC.
The one thing that we know for sure, do not question the arm strength of Patrick Mahomes, one of the strongest around.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And Mahomes is going to keep it.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes keeping it himself from a yard out.
And the Chiefs add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Ravens 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
go. I am the freak. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the freak. Just let the record show that I said I'm coming for everything. I am the freak. You seen the making of a star, they hear my name and remember me. I am the first of all time. Said I'm coming for everything. You good, but to be great, you gotta have confidence. The next level was legend. You gotta have accomplishments. In any league, they considering me dominant. The long falls, you know the pit of defeat, bottomless. I was hungry way before I got your support. I hopped off the porch around the time that y'all got awards. Lyrical exercise, this what I call a sport. The fourth bar, brother, when I push the rock off the court. I got champion genetics. Champion genetics.